Hey guys, it's Eric from First Strike back with another war recap. First Strike against ChiCken War VN. This one ended in a draw, 120 to 120, and it was a very close war on our end, closing it out. We had used our very last attack in order to secure the draw. Savage Nation getting the triple against number 5 here. He used his Channel 17 account and got a 99% 2-star with it. So that was definitely spoke a bit of worry, but he was able to then close it off with his Channel 18 and get the triple and secure us the draw. So definitely a close war. Great job to the folks at First Strike for closing out the war there in order to secure the draw and not take the L. So very good. So we're going to get into some attacks here. The first one's going to be on number 17 from Savage Donator. So this is a Channel 16 versus Channel 17 3-star. So Savage outdoing himself yet again. So this base, it does have a crafted defense. He has got the bomb hive, so even more impressive. So he's starting with this RC charge here to take out the revenge tower and get a couple key ground defenses like the ricochet cannon and the expo there. He's being very careful with his invis. That long shot almost always will target that spirit fox, so being very careful that those invises in order to make sure that she is definitely protected while she does this. But getting a ton of value right there for that RC charge recalls her. And then he starts off with a I think he had a rocket loon there, but didn't really get anything there. But he's going to start with his root riders here at 12 with his Valkyries, Apprentice Warden, E-Titan. He's got a troop launcher, Queen Warden coming in from 12, so just dumping everything. It's a very compact base, so I can see that he wants to keep all of his troops together and does not want them to split, because splitting on a compact base like this would be very detrimental. So he's getting into this rage compartment with the Gigabomb. So when you're doing ground attacks, I'm pretty sure you want to trigger the Gigabomb earlier on in the attack rather than later, because you have your healer. So I think that was the approach, to go in from 12 rather than from the lower half of the base, because you want to trigger that Gigabomb right away. And yeah, so he's making his way through the base here. He's got his king wrapping around the outside for cleanup with the snake bracelet. And he's got that super dragon again, which is a recurring theme from a couple war recaps ago, where I featured another one of his attacks. So he's outdoing himself again, because the last Channel 17, or sorry, Channel 16 versus Channel 18 3-star he got, the crafted defense wasn't active on the Channel 18, but here we do have a bomb hive, and I think it's actually upgraded as well. That range seems a little bit further than the default range. So, but yeah, he's absolutely crushing this. Very good job keeping the army compact through this compact base, keeping it together to make sure that it's taking out all those defenses. He's got all the healers up still on those root riders, so he's gonna have a bit of firepower to get through the rest of this base. Although okay, the scatter shot did just cook all of his healers, but yeah, at least they distracted him. He's got his king, which is really beefy, to make his way through there. He's got his queen right behind. So still, got to remember this is 16 v18, so definitely does not have as much firepower. So even though it seems relatively close, just 2 heroes alive, he did manage to get a very impressive 16 v18 3-star. Now we'll take a look at number 1, Gabriel versus their number 1 base here. It's a Rage core base, and it's basically Rage triple Inferno core, which is always a deadly combination. So gonna have an approach here with air, where he's taking out 2 of the air defenses early on with the queen, and he has 5 healers that he's going to then place onto that queen eventually. Right there we go. And he's got his giant as well, tanking for those ground defenses initially. He's got the RC up at 12, and he's going to activate her ability right away and take out some. He's going to throw out a totem to make sure that RC doesn't lock onto his RC and take her out too early. So that's a good touch. That's what I like to see on these kinds of air attacks. And then he's going to send in his loons and his dragons, dragon riders, warden, all right into the Gigabomb. That's maybe not the best entry, but it's better to trigger it on early on rather than towards the later on in the attack. So here we go. He's got his Yeti blimp coming in here. His there it goes. Ice Golem's going to freeze the entire core, which is perfect because, yeah, you got the triple Infernal Rage in the core there. That could really cook his army. He's got his Queen now locking on to the Revenge Tower, which you really need to focus on getting down with these dragon attacks. It is the one thing that can stop this Mass Totem Hydra. So he got that down and he distracted with a totem so his Queen could take it out. And then on the left side of the base, he's got his main dragon force just working its way, wrapping around the base. The core is cooked, and he's got his queen working on this side. So really, he's gonna throw down his last totem here for the scatter shot and air defense. And he's really, it's just clean up from here. He's got the meteor staff on the minion prince, still got his ability, but he's gonna just be cleaning up the rest of the base from here. So definitely a solid 3-star from Gabriel on the number 1 base. Definitely did a good job taking that one out, and he's newer to air attack, so this was very good. Good to see. So just gonna fast forward here, just basically just clean up. He's got no spells or abilities left, so very good job from Gabriel there, taking out the number 1 base. The next attack is going to be on number 22 from Kuda. And this is a 17 versus 18 3-star. And he's also going to be running Mass Totem Hydra. So just wanted to show you that this attack is so powerful. You can use, if you're 10 on 17, you can just run the exact same thing. You have the level 3 totems instead of the level 4 totems. You unlock that last level on the totem spell at town 18. But it doesn't matter. It's so strong that, I was, even when I was first doing this attack, I was rolling level 1 totems. So, it's no excuse. You can definitely run it. So he's starting with his funneling heroes on the at 12 and 3, and then he's going to deploy his main force in between there. On this base, it is going to go, that blimp is going to go right into that Invis Tower and the Revenge Tower and the 2 scatter shots. So that's the main threat of this base, so he's going to make sure that he gets that down. I don't think he was targeting the town hall. I don't think there was any hope in hell that blimp would make it all the way there. So, because there was so much there. You had, both the fire spitters, the multi-inferno, the scatter shots, everything. So I think he was really just trying to distract that core while he gets in there. But I could be wrong. Maybe he was trying to get it there, but I don't think he was. So, but yeah, he's just making his way through this base. It's once you've got that main compartment down with all those defenses, there's really nothing that can stop this attack. So yeah, so he's gonna swag a bunch of max totem spells, so you can take the max totem spells in your CC. So definitely good play there. So if you are a lower town hall or you don't have max totems, you should use your create the rage spell yourself and then have all max totems in your CC. But in this attack, Kuda didn't even need any of the max totem spells in his CC, and that one was practically swagged there. Right? So getting a solid 3-star 17 v 18. So great job to Kuda on that one. The next attack is going to be on number 18 from Eddy against a higher level town 18 here. He's running Super Yetis, Super Yeti Smash, so this is going to be interesting. It's not a very common attack these days. So he is going to start with his Warden at 9 and then an RC charge at 6. And he's just going to be creating a funnel here for his Super Yetis in order to smash the middle of the base here. And yeah, so it's a very good. He's doing. It's kind of difficult to manage 2 things at once. You got to make sure the RC doesn't die here, and you got to make sure the Warden doesn't get low on health. With this attack, it is nice how he set up his Warden so that he's basically not. He was only taking 2 defenses at once. They're at max, so he's not even going to take much damage, so he didn't really have to pay too much attention to him. But here we go. He's going to send his Super Yetis right into the core here. He's got 3 of them that wrap around the outside of the base, it looks like. And he's going to redeploy his RC and trigger her rocket spears right away. Use the Eternal Tome as the log launcher and the super yetis make their way into the core here, which is perfect timing. Take out that revenge tower. He pops the spiky ball, take out a bunch of defenses right away. He's got those super yetis now wrapping around, and the RC. She should hopefully get that scatter shot down. I think she does. Yep, there we go. And yeah, the only thing is maybe just a pointer to Eddie. You might want to be careful of that, CC. There was a furnace in there that was doing a bit of damage, so maybe a poison spell would have been good here. I don't know if you needed as many invis or maybe as many totems, but yeah, poison definitely would have been useful there. I think it did do a little bit, but yeah, he did go through it nicely. So I'm not sure if that, with his attack, if it's really necessary, but just in case, I think that furnace can slow down your army and do quite a bit of damage. So just something that I'm gonna throw out there. But he's yeah, definitely just smash this base with the super yetis. So not as common of attack anymore since the Town 18 update. It seems like the meta has switched to really you're either running dragons, either mass totem, or you can do the stars attack, which will which is a little bit more difficult, I would say, but there's basically just dragons and meteor golems, and that's about it, man. Like it's interesting seeing some attacks that we haven't seen for a little bit. So good job to Eddy taking out number 18 there. The next attack is going to be another 17v18 triple from Wessel on number 6. So this was a key triple that ended up giving us the draw. So this is also one of Savage's accounts. So this guy is an absolute beast. He gets the 16v18 and then gets a 17v18 against a very high level talent 17 here. So just continues to set the bar higher for himself every war. So, you got the 16v18 with the crafted defense on Town 18. So, eventually, I did see he almost tried a 15v18. So maybe he'll get one of those eventually. So we'll see. But here he's starting with the RC charge to create the funnel. He's got a furnace up at 12 to start taking out a bit of trash. And he's going to deploy his meteor golems with the healers and a couple test loons to tank for those healers in case there's any air traps. Put the king a little bit offset so that he goes around the base. Some totems to distract, one totem to distract the light beam and the expo, and yeah, I'm just seeing that revenge tower. Yeah, okay, that revenge tower, it is starting to power up, but it was very good to where he places overgrowth. I think where this attack can go wrong sometimes is some people overgrow the revenge tower, and then it wakes up later on and is just at absolute full power, just blasts your army. So good job with the overgrowth to not target that revenge tower. He just gets a scatter shot, which I think is a perfect target for the overgrowth, and a fire spitter and a multi-inferno. Those wake up and now they're just getting destroyed right away. So very good spell timing you can see there, and actually and placement as well. I really see that the overgrowth of the revenge tower too often. I think it's a mistake, honestly, because when it wakes up, it just absolutely decimates the army. So and if you have some other like high value or high DPS defenses as well, it can be quite a bit of a problem later on in the attack. So I'd much rather see you take it out earlier and overgrowth other defenses like the scatter shot. I think the scatter shot is perfect for the overgrowth with the attack. So yeah, so just cook this base. Like you wouldn't even know if this was an 18v18 because he's just making it look so easy. Other than the fact that he's got level 2 meteor golems, they're brown instead of that gray. So if you switch the color of those, like you wouldn't be able to tell that this was a this was a 17v18 triple. So just absolutely cook that base. Great plan, great spell placement. Awesome job to Wessel there. The last attack is going to be from Steve Z against number 4 here. So we'll get into this. And this was another key attack that got us the draw here. So definitely wanted to feature some great attacks at the end that helped to get us that triple. So, and some bases that we had failed on previously. So let's get into it. So Steve Z here with he's starting with his queen at 6. He's going to use the giant arrow to. I think he didn't get any air defenses, but he was. I think he's softening up that revenge tower, the multi-gear, and he's going to get into an air defense with his queen there, and then also a scatter shot. So definitely some good high value defenses to get with your queen early on in the attack. The builder is going to repair that multi-gear though, but at least that revenge tower was weakened from that giant arrow, which is always good, because that is the one defense that can absolutely stop a mass totem dragon attack. So yeah, so no dragon riders in this one. He is going to let the queen just die after she gets this compartment. It's a bit of a different attack. It's a different approach. So in my attacks, I like to keep her up as long as possible. So she kind of like goes along the side with the dragons the entire attack. So just something to think about, Steve Z, if you're watching this, just because she can continue to get value throughout the attack. So just something to think about. But an interesting approach here. He's got the super minions with the siege barracks from the siege barracks coming up at 12 here, taking out the north side, so that his dragons now path straight into that core. Is creating a nice wide funnel for his dragons to get into that core. And here we go. He's going to now encounter that revenge tower, and this is where the totem placement is really key. He's going to put that now for that revenge tower, because you don't want that thing to pop off too long. He's got the light beam. He's gonna overgrowth the light beam, an air defense, an expo, and an multi-archer tower for the back end of this base. He's still got 5 totems. He's being a little bit conservative with the totems. If I were him, I would have been placing them a little bit earlier, but he's getting the job done. So this is this is one of the attacks that definitely got us the war win. So definitely wanted to feature this. This is great stuff. So he's going to get now the light beam and the multi-archer tower distracted with that other totem spell and the air defense. So he's still got 2 more totems now. He's going to use those to clean up the rest of this base. And yeah, great attack from Steve Z, closing out the war for us to get a draw against this clan, and a great war overall for First Strike. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed those attacks, and I'll see you guys in the next one.